Do you know how to be a civilian after you've left the military? Well, I'm going to show you 6 different ways how you can be an effective civilian after you take off the uniform for the last time. Let's roll. Hey, welcome back to the Green Logbook. Now, today I'm going over how to become a civilian again after leaving the military, especially after years, even decades spent in uniform. Now, here's the bottom line up front. It's not a simple transition. It's a whole new way of life, and it comes with its own sets of challenges and rewards. So let's talk about what it truly takes to reintegrate back into being a civilian. For years, the military may have been your identity, your purpose, and your way of life, but it doesn't mean that's where it needs to stay. Now, let's start with some practical advice. Now, first, establish a new routine. So the military gave us structure, and without it, it's easy to feel lost. Create a daily schedule that includes work, personal time, fitness, and even rest. Routines, they give us a sense of purpose, even when we're not being told what to do every minute of the day. Second, set some goals. In the military, you always had objectives. You had missions to accomplish, and civilian life is really no different. You need short-term goals to give your day some focus and long-term goals to give your life direction. This could be finding a new career, going back to school, or even simply getting better at a hobby that you always love to do. Third, find your community. One of the hardest parts of transitioning out of the military is losing that sense of camaraderie. I know because I talk a lot about this on this channel. Now, you spent years surrounded by people who understand you, who had your back. Civilian life is a little bit different. You won't always get that sense of community outside of the uniform, and that can feel like a huge void. Rebuilding a support network, especially outside of the uniform, is crucial for your mental well-being. Now, fourth, learn to translate your skills. So the military teaches us invaluable skills like leadership, like teamwork, like discipline and adaptability. But here's the thing, civilians might not immediately understand what you bring to the table. So take the time out to learn how to explain your experience in a way that makes sense to civilian employers, even new social circles. And if needed, take a resume workshop or get mentorship from someone who's made the transition successfully. Fifth step, give yourself some grace. It's normal to feel frustrated or even out of place. There's no timeline to figuring out civilian life, and setbacks don't mean that you're a failure. If you're struggling, get some support from mental health professionals or even some fellow veterans. Remember that strength isn't just about enduring, it's about knowing when to ask for help. Now let's talk about number 6, embracing new opportunities. So civilian life gives you a chance to reinvent yourself. If you want to try a new career, go for it. If you're curious about a hobby that you never had time for, now is the time to try it out. You spent several years following a structured path. Now you get to choose your own adventure. It's gonna feel both exciting and intimidating, but the best thing is that it's full of possibility. Becoming a civilian isn't about forgetting your past. No, it's about building on it and creating something new. It's about taking the lessons that you've learned, the discipline, and the connections you made and using them to craft a life that fulfills you in different ways. So if you're on this journey, it's okay to feel a little bit lost at first. I know I was completely lost. Take your time, set your goals, find your people. Every step forward is progress. And remember, we're all figuring this thing out together, one day at a time.